Hey guys, today I'm going to be taking you through the absolute wild ride that has been my attempt to review the Cargo Swimmables Longwear Foundation. So if you saw my unboxing video, I purchased this in the Ulta sale, paid $17 for it. It is a $34 foundation, but I knew from the moment that I unboxed it that I bought a shade that was too light for me. However, that did not deter me from wanting to test this product, because who wouldn't be excited about a foundation named Swimmables? So in this video, I'm going to take you through day number 1, in which I tried to swim in this foundation. Spoiler alert, that fails. And then day number 2, in which I realized that this is actually a pretty decent longwear foundation, though not a waterproof foundation, and I managed to get 10 hours of wear out of it. However, again, it's just not waterproof. I think that attracts a lot of people to this. I definitely saw people on Influencer asking that question about this foundation, and I saw some people review it claiming that it is, in fact, a foundation you can swim in. I don't know, maybe we tried completely different foundations, I don't know. But this video is going to show you that this is good for one thing and not another. Real quickly before I dive into the adventure of this video, I do want to say you do get an ounce of product. It does come in a nice glass container, and it does come with a pump. And beyond that, there's one other redemption that I want to give this product, even though it ended up being kind of a mistake on my behalf. This is the shade number 10. It is their Fair foundation, and I think that I gotta give respect where respect is due to Cargo here, because this is actually truly a fair foundation. So I have it swatched on my hand here. That's not really going to tell you too much, bearing in mind that I'm NC20, NC25 in the summer. I've heard this compared to Tarte's Porcelain. A reviewer on the Ulta website said that, and I don't own Porcelain to compare it. However, I have Tarte's Shape Tape in Fair Neutral, and it is the closest color in my entire collection. To that, it is a little bit more pink toned though, and I find that to be the case when you do get into lighter foundations. They typically have this pink tone, even though that is labeled a neutral foundation. And just to give you another comparison, I'm going to swatch the IT Cosmetics CC Cream in the shade Fair, and the reason I want to do this is because I think that most people who are very light in skin tone have had the experience of purchasing a foundation that is labeled fair, and it's really not that fair. That's IT Cosmetics CC Cream in Illumination CC Cream in Fair. That is the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Neutral, and then this is Cargo's number 10. So I think that if you are looking for a long-wearing foundation in a particularly light shade, I think I understand the struggle. Most of the ones that you will find tend to be a little more expensive than this one, and I do think that that's a redemption of this particular foundation. I also hypothesize that this is going to be for oily skin types much more so than for dry skin types. It seems to be the way that it wears on me, but without further ado, let me go ahead and show you the wild ride of this foundation. So after an emergency run to my brushes, I realized that this is a foundation that works better with brushes. It still came out a little patchy, but I don't know if I want to just blame the foundation for that, because it is a waterproof foundation, so it kind of makes sense that it dried so fast. I'm going to try to use this CoverGirl powder in hopes of it kind of darkening this up, because right now I look like one of those people who thinks my skin is a lot lighter than it is. Alright, then I'm grabbing Benefit's Hoola and praying. Well, I will say the foundation is not budging underneath everything, so let's take my NC -25 self to the pool.
All the way.
I am in all the way.
No, you aren't.
Alright. How does it look right now?
It looks like it hasn't touched water. It looks like it's starting to come off.
So what I'm honestly really surprised by is that this has dried down completely, even when mixed with strobe cream. I didn't expect that. But anyway, I'm going to do a light setting of powder this time. I'm not going to try to change the color too much. And thankfully, I shouldn't need to because it's not as bad looking with it sheared out. All right, I finally got the foundation in place and it looks okay. It still does not like my nose. No matter what I do, it doesn't like my nose. I feel like I managed to make the color work for me by using both Benefit's Hoola and Hoola Light on different parts of my face. So that's all I'm wearing is the foundation, powder, Hoola, and Hoola Light. I'm gonna be doing a wear test. I've got a lot to do. So I hope my foundation holds up okay. So I'm trying to film an update from the car. I'm gonna take my glasses off. So it actually is wearing really, really nicely, kind of surprisingly. I did have to go in and kind of set my makeup with bronzer again, but that's to be expected. But overall, it's not bad. It's not bad right now. All right, it has been 10 hours of this foundation, and while I ended up liking it at certain points, it's not waterproof, and I think that's the most frustrating thing for me because this says it is, and it's not. And I mean, I get that that's difficult, but everything is gone with one swipe of water. So I ended up with wet hands touching over here, and it just completely, it's just not waterproof at all. See, I got ahead of myself. What I was trying to do with the cotton ball was to show you that when water touches this foundation, it just crumbles away. So after 2 days of wearing this foundation, I'm gonna say I'm still impressed with the shade here. I'm impressed that for once a company got fair right. I feel like this might be a foundation that perhaps more oily skin types will like, and I'm very impressed by how quickly it dries. It definitely doesn't budge if you're touching it with dry hands. However, it's not waterproof, and I think I would be fine with this, and I would say that it does what it claims if it wasn't named Swimmables, which I feel is a little misleading, and if it didn't say rain or shine, because to me this is water resistant, but it's not water resistant in the slightest. I wish it had worked out. I did everything in my power to make it work out, but it just didn't. I think I'm going to be keeping it as a mixer for me, and the reason for that is because a white mixer is not optimal for me. This is actually a really good shade for me to mix other foundations with, so I will definitely be playing around with it in that capacity. I did only pay $17 for this. I got it during the 50% off sale, so I feel like that's a good deal, and I like certain properties of it. I'm flustered at the claims that companies make. I want the claims that they put on the box to meet my expectations. And you know, if it's as simple as your product isn't water resistant, don't tell me that it is. So anyway, I'm gonna go wash all of this off now, and I hope that this video is somehow helpful. I know it was so hard for me to get information on this, and I felt like I was just in a dark tunnel the entire time I've been using this. Like, I have no idea what to do with it. But yeah, that's my final thoughts on it. I think it's a good longwear foundation. I think they're right on that. It's just not water resistant in the slightest. If you guys found this video helpful, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, YouTube.